We're on SAT Practice Test 8, Section 1, Question 1. Level of difficulty here is spectacularly easy. You should never be nervous about taking the SAT because the first several questions you see are going to be like just gimmies, like this one. What's the y-intercept of the graph shown? So anytime I see y-intercept, I always write down y-intercept equals x equals 0. And this is just, can you read a graph? Here's x equals 0, right? Because it's nothing left, nothing right. Y is at what? It's at 8. So it's 0, 8. Answer is D. Get it right real quick and move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 8, Math Section 1, Question 2. Level of difficulty is very, very easy. ETS is begging you to get this question right. The function f is defined by f of x equals negative 3x plus 60. What's the value of f of x when x equals negative 8? It's a function. Can you follow directions? Awesome. Then you can do a function. All you got to do is every time you see an x, you're going to put in a negative 8. So it's negative 3 times, there's an x, negative 8 plus 60. Negative 3 times negative 8 is 24, plus 60, don't be ashamed to use your calculator. Guys, it's 84. And that's answer choice D. So you move pretty quick through this one, you get it right, and you move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 8, Math Section 1, Question 3. A producer is creating a video with a length of 70 minutes. The video will consist of segments that are 1 minute long and segments that are 3 minutes long. Which equation represents this situation where x represents the number of 1 minute segments and y represents the number of 3 minute segments? So what's the level of difficulty here? It's easy. It's very easy. These problems are pretty much all the same. I call them like algebra with words. And the first place you want to go is you want to see what the x and the y are, or what the letters are. So here, what's x? It's the 1 minutes. And what's y? It's the 3 minutes. So you're going to have x, right? And what's y going to be? It's going to be 3y. So just write down A, B, C, D and see what you can cross off here. So this C has a 3x. No, you were looking for 3y. D has 3y and it has an x. That's good. What about, are 4s going to appear anywhere here? Is there somehow going to be a 4? No. So this is like a 15-second problem. You get it right and you move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 8, Math Section 1, Question 4. Level of difficulty here is easy. It's very easy. A bowl contains 20 ounces of water. When the bowl is uncovered, the amount of water in the bowl decreases by 1 ounce every 4 days. If 9 ounces of water remain in this bowl, how many days has it been uncovered? So what are you looking for? How many days uncovered? Guys, this problem is a proportion with a very minor twist. Proportions are always the same on every SAT. Every proportion is a fraction, equal sign a fraction. You have to keep the stuff on top on both sides. You have to keep the stuff on bottom for both sides. So we've got water decreases by 1 ounce every 4 days. That's your proportion. Put an equal sign. You can have another fraction. On top goes ounces, on bottom goes days. You're looking for days, so that goes on the bottom. Here's the minor twist. If 9 ounces remain, you started with 20 ounces. How many ounces went away? 11 ounces. So let's just cross multiply. It's going to be x equals 4 times 11, which is 44. That's answer choice D. And that's it. It's easy. Get it right and move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 8, Math Section 1, Question 5. The first 7 questions on any Section 1 of any SAT are going to be easy. So what's the level of difficulty of this question? This is an easy question. even if you've never seen standard deviation in your life, even if you're scared of the term. Each of the dot plots shown represents the number of glue sticks brought in by each student for two classes, Class A and Class B. Which statement best compares the standard deviations of the number of glue sticks brought in by each student for these two classes? Well, let's just compare the charts. Standard deviation. What's this mean? Deviate. You know what that means. It means to change. So even if you've never seen the term before, how much do these two charts change? This says 1 dot, 14 has 1 dot, 2 has 1 dot, 15 has 1 dot, 3 has 3 dots, 16 has 3 dots, here's 4 dots, here's 4 dots, 5 dots, 5 dots, 6 dots and 7 dots, 6 dots and 7 dots. Are there any differences between these two charts? There are not. They're exactly the same. So how do these two charts deviate? Well, they don't deviate at all. So when you go down to the answer choices, you're looking for things that say these two charts are the same, and you want to cross off things that don't say that. A says standard deviation of the number of glue sticks brought in by each student from Class A is less. No, you could see they're the same, so cross that out. B, standard deviation of the number of glue sticks brought in by each student for Class A is equal to the standard deviation of the number of glue sticks brought in Class B. Well, that's what we said, so let's keep that. C, standard deviation is greater in A than it is in B. Well, we said they're the same. They can't be greater. And then D says there's not enough information to compare the standard deviations. Well, we figured out they're the same, right? So the answer's got to be B. You can get this question right real quick. It's very, very easy. Don't get flustered by terms you don't know. You can figure it out. Get it right, move on. This is SAT Practice Test 8, Math Section 1, Question 6. What's the level of difficulty here? It's easy. The first 7 questions of any Section 1 of any SAT are going to be easy. Which expression is equivalent to this big ol' mess? I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this. I'm going to show you the real math way, which is what I would choose since it's an easy question. I don't really like to plug in on easy questions. There's no need. But I'm also going to show you how you could plug in if you want to. 7x to the third, I'm going to save a step here. I'm going to get rid of these parentheses. Plus 7x, easy enough, minus 6x to the third, but negatives can really kill. Be careful here, right? It's minus, so it's plus 3x. I'm going to write down A, B, C, D, and I'm just going to combine like terms one at a time. So here's 7x to the third. This goes with any other x to the third. See any? There's one. So it's 7 minus 6 x to the third. So it's just x to the third. So now go and cross off any answer choices that don't have just x to the third. So B and C are gone. And then come in here and do this. 7x and 3x, that's plus 10x. And so the answer is A. Alright, if you want to stick with me, I'll show you how you can plug in here. It's obviously really easy. How do you know that you can plug in? You've got variables in the problem. You've got variables all over the answer choices. So you just want to make them an easy number for x, like 2. And then when you're plugging in, you don't want to get rid of this parentheses. You just want to say 7 times 2 to the third, so 7 times 8, which is 56, plus 7 times 2, which is 14, minus 6 times 8, which is 48, minus 3 times 2, which is 6. So 56 plus 14, don't be afraid to use your calculator, that's 70, minus 48, minus 6. That's 70 minus 42. Even I'm going to use my calculator on this, and I'm going to get 28. So 28 is my target. I'm going to circle it, go down to the answer choices. A says x to the third. I said x is 2, so that's 8 plus 10 times 2. 8 plus 20, that's 28. That's the answer. We knew that was going to happen. But if I try them all, this is negative 13 times 8 plus 20. Definitely calculator math. 13 times 8, negative 104 plus 20. I don't need to do any more. That's not going to be 28. So now I'm going to do C. I know that this is going to be negative 104 plus 4 times 2, so plus 8. Don't need to do anything with that. Obviously not going to be 28. And then D is 8 plus 4 times 2. That's 16. That's not 28. So either way you slice it, you're going to get answer choice A. It's an easy question, easy answer. You can definitely do the real math, no problem. Just got to be careful with negatives. Get it right, move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 8, Math Section 1, Question 7. What's the level of difficulty here? It's easy. First 7 questions on Section 1 are always going to be easy. In triangle ABC, the measure of angle A is 54 degrees. The measure of angle B is 90 degrees, and the measure of angle C is K over 2 degrees. What's the value of K? So write down what you want. Evil Testing Service has described a figure, but where is it? It's not here. So you got to draw it. It's a triangle. What kind of triangle? It's a right triangle. How do I know that? Because it tells me that one of the degrees is 90 degrees, and that is a right triangle. Which angle is 90 degrees? B. Doesn't matter where you put A or C. I'm just going to put A on top, C here. All right, what's A? 54 degrees. So you may not know much geometry, but you know there's 180 degrees in this triangle. And how many degrees do you know about? 90 plus 54. So put that in your calculator. You're going to get 144. You're going to take that number away from 180. Also do that on your calculator. And you're going to get 36. What's 36? Angle C is 36. So you know that angle C is K over 2. And you know that K over 2 is 36. Now watch this. Put this over 1 when I have fractions and non-fractions. I make everything a fraction. So I can really easily see that I can just cross multiply. K is 36 times 2. That's 72. And the answer is C. Get this one right quickly. And now you move on to some medium questions. We're on SAT Practice Test 8, Math Section 1, Question 9. What's the level of difficulty supposed to be here? Is this supposed to be a medium? This problem is incredibly easy. A chemist combines water and acetic acid to make a mixture with a volume of 56 milliliters. The volume of the acetic acid in the mixture is 10 milliliters. What is the volume of water in milliliters in the mixture? Assume that the volume of the mixture is the sum of the volumes of water and acetic acid before they were mixed. All right, so we've got volume 56, and how much acid? 10. So how much water? 46. That's first grade math. Couldn't be easier. Get it right and move on. This is SAT Practice Test 8. Welcome to Section 2, Question 1. Level of difficulty here is easy. It's stupidly easy. It's so easy that you're going to think, oh God, I messed up the first section so bad that now I'm on the easy Section 2. And that happens for every Section 2. The first couple questions are just ridiculously easy. So there's a real easy way to do this. 4x plus 6 equals 18. Which equation has the same solution as the given equation? You look at the answer choices, you see they're all 4x. So you're just looking for 4x. You're going to move the 6 across the equal sign. It's going to become negative, so it's 18 minus 6, which is 12. 4x is 12. Easy questions have one-stop math. The answer is C. If you don't see that for some reason, don't freak out. You just solve the equation. 4x equals 12, and then you're just, obliviously solving for x. X equals 3, and then you're looking for 4x, so it's 4 times 3. That's 12, and you look at the answer choices, and you see that it's C. Get it right, move on. We're on SAT Practice Test 8, Math Section 2, Question 2. Level of difficulty is easy. It's very easy. The total cost, f of x in dollars, to lease a car for 36 months from a particular car dealership is given by f of x equals 36x plus 1,000, where x is the monthly payment in dollars. What's the total cost to lease a car when the monthly payment is $400? So I'm going to write down what I want. And with these SAT functions, even though this is a really easy one, this works for really hard ones too. Just think about in the real world, if you were to go to a car dealership, you could very easily figure out the total cost to lease a car for 36 months. You just wouldn't make a function out of it because you're not ETS test writers. Just rewrite the function, and then it says X is the monthly payment. Well, what's the monthly payment? It's $400. So every time you see an X, you're going to put in a 400. There's an X. You just run it on your calculator. And when you do that, you're going to get 15,400. And that's the answer. It's C. Get this right real quick, and now you get to move on to medium questions.